How's it going, guys? Just want to give you a quick look at a set of ND filters I picked up for my new DJI OSMO Pocket 3. This is a 6-piece filter set from NEEWER if you guys are interested in what the box even looks like. But yeah, I just got it in. Got it off of Amazon. I'll have the link in the description box below if you guys do want to check out this particular filter set. But the reason why I picked this particular filter set is not just because it's a 6-piece filter set. It's an ND filter with a built-in polarizer, so you can adjust the polarization with your ND on there. Honestly, I'm not sure how it's going to work with these 2-in-1 filters, since there's two different glass elements on there. Is that going to reduce the quality of the footage? That I'm not really sure, and I am curious to see how well it's going to come out. But this is the filter set. It's got 4 different ND filters. ND 256, which is super dark if you're outside at the beach, the desert, or even like snow. I think this 256 is going to probably be perfect for you guys who needs to bring the stops down to get that exposure just right, and also not have to run super high shutter, for that exposure. ND 16, ND 32, and a 64 with the polarizer. It also has a standard CPL with no ND and a UV filter. Very nice case. I mean, I'm very surprised at the case. It's got magnets at the lid. It's no longer that cheap plastic kind of snap lock on there. The lid is held down by magnets. Very nice. It's nice and strong. Even the filters are held down in place with magnets right here. It's got a little metal plate, so if you do open your case upside down on accident or anything, or shake it or drop it, these filters are held into place and you don't have to worry about them sliding out. So before we install this, if you guys do have the creators combo and you're wondering, will this case fit inside the bag? Yes, the case will fit inside the bag, but unfortunately you would not be able to close this bag because this case is a little bit too wide. I wish NEEWER would have made this a little bit smaller, so that way it's more compact, it could fit inside, because the whole point of having this whole creator combo is to fit everything inside, and if you can't fit the filter set, then it's one more thing you got to worry about bringing or losing, since it doesn't fit back inside the bag. But enough about that. Let's get back onto the filter itself. Also came with this little thing that had a date that these filters were manufactured or made, and a little microfiber cloth, since they're very tiny and you're bound to get your fingerprints on here when you're taking it, removing it, and putting it back in. So the microfiber cloth is nice. Yeah. So go ahead, power on my Osmo Pocket 3. I'm gonna just grab any filter. Let's go to selfie mode. I'm gonna grab the darkest one. It's got a nice magnetic snap to it. If I go back down and then center it, lens is facing down. Super strong magnets on the filter. The filter is not going to come off. You can see if I accidentally bump it, it doesn't slide off. It doesn't pop off like some of the other brand ND filters that I read review on. Alright, so to take it off, it's actually held down in place really good by the magnets. So unless you have super small fingers or you have nails, I found a good trick or a good tip is just simply take one of your fingers, wedge it on one side, and just slide it off of the camera and over that lip, and boom, it comes off. If you guys are wondering how does this work if you power off, can you leave the filter on the camera and power it off? You can see, yes, it does not interfere whatsoever. Plenty of clearance between the filter and the arm itself. So now you can just put it back inside the case and be ready to record when you get to the next location. So it's one less thing to worry about on and off every single time. And you can go. It's ready to go. You can stack filters on top of each other too if you want. So let's go to selfie mode. I have the polarizer with the ND, but say I want to stack a UV filter for any reason. I don't think anybody would actually do this, but you could stack the UV filter over the polarizer. But if you go and power it off, you're going to see what happens. See, it touches, but don't worry. The camera's going to go into option 2 for storage mode. Now the camera's going to automatically flip over. Since the Osmo Pocket does know that there is a lens attached to this camera because it felt some resistance, flips back over. Now the lens would be facing the same direction as the screen. This is mentioned in the Osmo Pocket manual online. So let's say, well, you do have to remove this. But now you can store your Osmo Pocket 3 inside the little storage case. There is space. You can see I can move the camera, so there is no pressure, no force on the gimbal assembly itself. So there's plenty of space between the two lenses, or the two filters, and the gap down here. If you do have the wide angle lens, I think you could make it work, but I think it's cutting it very close. You can see it's a little bit tight. So I believe the filter will be touching this magnetic lens, but you could run two filters if you want. Say for example, you want to carry extra filters inside your case for the Osmo Pocket 3. You can just put it back inside here, inside this little slot for the black Pro Mist filter if you don't have one of those. So now you can carry along another filter. So yeah, it should be fun. I'm kind of excited to test these out so that way I can run manual settings, get that shutter just right during the daytime without having to run auto settings or a super high shutter. I gotta have that shutter just right and get that nice look that I want to get with my footage. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a quick look at this NEEWER ND filter set. The video actually came out longer than I expected. I didn't think it was going to be this long, and I'm already dragging it almost to like past 7 minutes. I'm sorry guys, but I just want to give you guys a quick look at these filters. The magnets on these guys are just super strong, so you don't have to worry. I am impressed with it. You can see so far I've been touching the lens and there's not a lot of fingerprints on there yet, and I just finished eating dinner, so my fingers are a little bit oily, but you can see there's not too much fingerprints on the lens. So the coating on here so far, it's very nice. There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned if you guys want to see some test footage with these filters during the daytime. See you guys later.